Hey guys, how's it going? Just make sure everything's working here. Click refresh. Oh, there's the program to put it up. Didn't know if I was going to be able to stream tonight. Wasn't feeling well earlier. A couple Tylenols later and feeling good. Alright, there you go. Looks like I'm live. Yep. Alright. I'll minimize this here. I'll click on this. Make sure everything's working. I'll minimize that. Alright. We are going to change project settings. The thumbnail is the picture that it just gets. This will change every time. That's fine. This might not be the final version. We'll go through this later. Maps and modes is what I want. And I'm going to change the default editor starting map to FH main menu. And this is finding home main menu. Alright. You open up the player character here. Still takes a bit sometimes. Hope you guys have a good night. I'm not too sure why this only takes a long time when I'm streaming. Alright, one of the things I want to check is state, personalization. No, this is functions. I'm looking for variables, settings, customization, default here, none. We want any of the defaults in there. Alright. So we'll be setting these later on. Alright. So I'll try to figure out where it's setting that extra hair mesh. Alright, let's go into well, I can show you guys I've been removing all the extra content that I'm not using. So even for the advanced locomotion system, I only have like the props and stuff like that. I did keep the camera because I did add in the camera. So just keeping just the camera stuff. Technically, he's still using the props right now until I fully get all this stuff replaced. Then I'll remove the props, so that saves extra space. And again, I'm using these things here. So then there's the animations and the blueprints. It's just all the camera logic. I'm in the middle of removing. I already removed the AI. Fix up redirectors. I've already removed that because again, all they want to do is keep the systems and stuff that's I'm using. I don't want to keep any extra stuff, so I've been going back on my off time to try to clear out those. I'm gonna go through all the packs, and packs that are missing stuff. I'll or re-import them to get the better things. Alright, let's go to our finding home. We have our maps folder, and we have our finding home main menu. So this is the main menu that's going to load, as you've seen, as I set up from now on, whenever I open up the project. Now, I deleted a lot of the meshes that you just can't see. Again, you wouldn't be able to see this, so I deleted it. So just when you're looking at the camera, only the stuff that you could see. Still, you'd see the building there, but you wouldn't see that back face of the building. Again, I deleted all the stuff in the background here. You would be able to see the antenna, so I just kind of left the antenna there. And I'll just use this temporarily until we make a full one. But when I hit play now, we have this. Showcase. We have our character. I have to look into why she's not falling. And then we got the different hair colors. Body. But, so last time we made sure we got, after all the changes, we got the pistol working. Oh, this is new. Oh, okay. It's a weird leg spike for some reason, but last time we got the pistol working. So if I go to inventory, I equip the pistol. If I'm standing still, fire. And now we want to look at maybe making sure we're using the advanced locomotion shooting. I don't know if I did this on stream or after. Like I said, I put in the camera, so now we have left and right shoulder, and we have if you hold it, it goes into first person. And again, I have to adjust the gun. I think one of the things I want to change today for sure is the weather system. We'll close out the environment here. Players. Renders. So this is the weather system he currently has in, but we're going to import. Oh, I don't know if I can. I don't have it in. So next time I'm going to import the weather system that I have. I don't think I have it. Let's see contents. bring this up. Ultra dynamic sky. Blueprints. I do. I was thinking about getting that in today. Bring this down. So why ultra dynamic sky? It's just because it gives really nice weather effects, I believe, and then we can work with it and adjust it to our own things later. All right, so I think as a solo developer, getting tools is it's one way to. No, we got to delete the sky sphere first. Skylight, light source. So now we just have this black kind of thing. We're gonna drag in ultra dynamic sky, and then we're gonna drag in ultra dynamic weather. Click on ultra dynamic sky. Usually at the bottom here. Oh, it's already took it. Ultra dynamic weather, it's already took it. But yeah, usually if it doesn't auto take, just make sure you add ultra dynamic weather here, and then it will just use everything in the weather system. Enable rain and snow, water level, use random weather. Yes, we want to use random weather, and we want to start with random weather type. So every time we load the menu, it's just completely random. Spring is good. You could set what you want the weather types and how they are here. You can see there's a lot of options, so it takes away from having to do stuff. I'm going to switch to Celsius though. I'll probably have to change all these. Summertime, let's go 35 degrees Celsius. Summer temperature, is that like a constant temperature? I guess that's the average temperature. Anyway, the average temperature would be 30. Autumn, oh no, it's the temperature by default. So if it's raining or anything, these are all going to subtract for the temperature. So if it's a perfectly clear and sunny day, we want it to be hot, and so people can't be wearing a lot of layers, or else it will affect them. So let's go like 40 or something. Yeah. So autumn temperature, it should be cooler, like 15 degrees, I think. Winter temperature, -10. Because again, if it's snowing or anything like that, it's actually going to lower. And if you're not wearing enough clothes and it's like minus something, we're going to make it so it's and then we'll do 15 for that too. So again, here's the factor. So if it's nighttime, it's going to be -10. So summer, it's 40 degrees Celsius, -10. So it's only going to be 30 degrees at night. And then if it's raining, it's going to be colder. Overcast, -6. Again, it's cloudy. It's going to be 30 -6 is going to be 24 degrees in the summer. If it's raining, -5, right? Snow factor is -24. So again, it really adds. There's also a random factor. So it also randoms maximum valid. No, we want a smaller because it's in Celsius, so we want it to be able to go to like -40. We never hit 110, so we want the maximum temperature to be maybe like 50, because that's pretty crazy right there anyway. Wind direction's fine. We'll look at that later. This is just the main menu, right? Enable fog, yes. Puddles, that's fine. I just want to go through this to make sure that, because you can actually do real world time. Materials. Avoid extreme weather shifts. Yeah, but it's a menu map, so that won't really happen. Uh, oh, that will probably be in, not in the weather. What am I thinking? That will be in the sky. Time of day. Time of day that emulates from 0 to 2400 hours. So you want to animate time of day. Clouds render. I think just the background's fine. This is a menu map. For the real map, we still wouldn't do cinematic. So probably focus on performance. Cloud movements fine. Cloud. Simulate real sun? No, we don't want to simulate real sun. We don't want to simulate the real moon. Or we could. This is what I don't want. True real time, because like, that'll take too long. Like, that'll be crazy. If there is a certain map later on that you guys really want to simulate real world time and stuff like that, we could do that. And then add daylight savings time. If we're not doing real time, it doesn't affect that anyway. If there is a certain map later on that you guys really want to simulate real world time and stuff like that. Again, for the simulating real sun and real moon and stuff like that, and real stars, what tries to make that look as real as possible. We might do that for like one of the more quality maps for people who have like a high-end computer will like that. So let's hit play. So this is a sunny. Let's stop. Hit play. Hit stop. Hit play. Stop. Hit play. A light rain. Stop. Hit play. It's random, right? So it might take a while before we actually get. And it's spring, so it might not even do. Might not even do. We'll do autumn and see if snow comes up. Forecast. I don't want to do winter. It'll be just snow most of the time. I'm sure it will once in a while get to that. Alright. There we go. We got some realistic weather effects going on. I think that's pretty good for the menu. I think I want to check the level blueprints because it's playing music. Level updater. Set actor tick. Cameras. This is blending back and forth between the cameras. Now, to have the music transition from one place to another, sometimes you would put that, keep this tab on Easy Survival Game Kit as well. But I'll go Easy Survival Game Kit on this tab either as well. Or I'll do Finding Home on this one here. Maps? No. This might be Blueprints? Game? Player controller, game instance. If you want music to transfer from one map to another, you want to do it in the game instant file. The game instant blueprint, the instance of the game, is the only thing that consists throughout the entire for Unreal Engine anyway. It's the only blueprint that exists no matter what map you're transitioning from. So it is pretty important. So that's where your load and your save is going to go, obviously. Also, because it is going from all their systems, you don't want to have it too heavy either. You want to try to keep it as light as possible. So usually people just put saving stuff and some music stuff because they want the music to transfer from one place to another. And if the music isn't in the level, because that's how I was doing it before, sometimes they do it here. Transition to level. That's how I was doing it before. Volume settings. Wow. So they didn't put the music there. Because when I hit this here, we got the generic doot 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 doot. I want to change that today. I want to put in my music from my game. That's one of the first things I ever want to do. So I gotta figure out where he does that. See, he might game modes. No, it would be game modes. Those just hold what things they're calling player controllers. Inputs, overlay, slow motion, settings, states. Alright, so whenever you're having a hard time finding something, like I am now, one of the things I recommend is go into the file that you're looking for. So we have all tunes, which is footsteps, constructions, closing. We have reverbs, sound effects, we have sound classes, which are for saving stuff, and then we have sounds, ambient, and we have music here. So normally when you bring stuff in, you bring it as a wave, and then you're using a sound cue. And the sound cue, you're just hooking things up to an output. But the sound cue, you could also do a lot of edits. So like this is where you'd put like, you can maybe bring in like 16 different wave files and have a randomize, and then like so for birds or atmospheric stuff, then you want all the birds, the chirping, or maybe like gun sounds and stuff like that in the background if it's a war scene. You have a big like all the waves here, they go into a random node and then it outputs whatever that random is, and then you can set a bunch of stuff here. So we want to know with their reference finder or reference viewer. Did he make the sound viewer and he's not actually using it? Yeah, he made the sound viewer and he's not actually using it. Oh, okay, he's using the track, it looks like, in the actual UI menu. I'm not too sure why he made a cue and he's not using the cue. He's actually just using the sound effect. He's using it also in the single player map and the multiplayer map. And BPW main menu. Blueprint widget main menu and UI main menu. You could just click. Make sure if you have multiple tabs open, make sure you click on the tab that you want it to open in. I'm gonna go to browse the object and just click. See browse the object here. I'm gonna open this up. Interesting. Interesting. The only thing I could think of is maybe I copied his blueprint widget. Where is this? Yeah, I copied it, and then I did all my edits in this here. I just used his actual menu. let's hit back here. So if we browse to asset, open this up, we go to graph. So you can see I made my own custom. I customized everything. I changed a lot of his stuff. Event graph. And so instead of having update hair color, I just have update part, and it's going to pass in the information. It doesn't care what part it is. It's just one method that goes for every part. Just like this, he does update attributes, so I don't know why he made a separate method for each one of his outfits here. So I just did update parts, and then it's going to get more complicated for depending on the body index and stuff like that. It's going to get even more complicated once I add extra bodies to it even more and stuff like that. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll worry about that then. We'll get this going. But these are just quick integers, so sometimes it's easier and less performance. I'm not too sure. I was told that having tons of methods is more heavier than just having a single integer and store in an integer, but I could be wrong. I'm not too sure how it affects performance in the end, so we'll see. But essentially, I could delete this because we're not even using this. So if I go back to here, browse to asset, I could delete this. Yeah, it's not being referenced by anything. It's just taking up space. And then we're going to look in the menu to see where it's playing that music. And then in the actual single player map, that is where he is playing the music there. And again, I was told that you should probably do the music in the game instance, so that way it could transfer from one to the next, and that way you could do a smoother transition, because you could have the music playing and then it will continue playing even as the loading screen pops up, and then once the loading screen has fully popped up, you could have it transition to the loading screen sound, and then obviously once the level pops up, you could have it transition to the level sound. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. Alright, let's go back to fix up redirectors. Anytime you're deleting stuff, I'll just fix up redirectors or doing stuff like that. So EC Survival RPG Kit, we want to go back to audio, sounds, music, find reference viewer, browse the assets, so I can just click on it. There's a lot of menu widgets, so I just didn't run to the menu widget UI because that could be a little bit taxing to find. So let's see if it's on the construction. So when we create the widget, if the section is not destroyed or whatever, I go to update the customization of the character. So that's why whatever the character's at, and this is probably where the character's getting her hair from, most likely. So we start off right, we hit she has no hair here because her defaults are not there. Once we hit play, right, she automatically has the hair. So it's probably in here somewhere where we are update each part, the hair index part. And we go into this. We pass out all our information. And we would be set on hair. And it would be getting hair 1. Which is this hair. So we want to increase this. We delete. Insert. There we go. So now we have an array of amount of 9. And by default it's 0. There we go. Then we also want to increase our hair type index. Maximum hair type index. This is our player character, so that's going to be in here. No, in here. So when it's passing the parts off, so we're going to customization, hair, max hair index, set to 7. And that's 0 to 7, so that's 8. We want to set to 8, so 0 to 8 is 9. Because they count 0 in this, right? That will fix that hair problem. Oh, and here's the track we're playing. So yeah, it's actually just played a sound FX music trace. Is that what he actually called it? Alright. Now we want... we actually have it over here. Go back to Easy Survival Game Kit. So Easy Survival RPG here. Here should be audio? Sound waves. Just do footsteps here. Cue. So maybe did I import music? Music. Looking for music. Horror sound collection. That might be it. Cues, waves, music. Let's use the main menu map. That's the tune I want for sure. I just realized, see how this is hooked up to this here. Let's go back to our audio here, sounds. So we want to, let's click on this here. Let's open this up. So we're using SC Music. This is a sound class that for whatever music you're playing, so when the player sets his music volume to like 50%, it's saying, okay, this wave file is going to use that music volume, right? So that's probably why he still set up a sound cue for the waves here. So we want to go to music here, and we want to open this guy up. Sound class none. Never mind. Um, does he just have master volume? Let's we open up this. Ah, here we go. So he actually set it right on his his track itself. So I don't even know why he made this cue, unless he uses the cue somewhere else. Group music, looping, yes. Volume 0.2.
Sorry.
Alright, so well, we'd have to fool around with the volumes and stuff like that. Reference viewer, we'll find where this is located. Horror sound collections, wave music. Alright. And we want to open this guy up. And we want to switch it to the SL music file. SL music. So we'll just use the easy survival game kit music. The group, we'll change it to music as well. We'll say is looping. Is there anything else for this that it's changed really? No, the rest is pretty much default. We changed the volume level to 0.2, but you're really going to change the volume in the volume menu. You know what I mean? So, like, unless his soundtrack was like ear blowing super loud to begin with, and then even when he put it to like say 1 on the music slider, it was still really loud. You would need to lower it. We'll save that here just in case. For me though, I also want to change this to SL music because I will be using this sound cue sometimes, so I want to make sure that the sound cue is updated as well. Alright, so now knowing that it's wave survival extra intro, we do wave underscore survival extra intro. There we go. Save this. I'll do it stream, but make sure that I have it. Should save. Oh, there's an apply button. Sure. Now if I go back into it, it's quiet. There we go, there we go. Can't believe I derped missed the apply button there. Alright. With that, we should probably do our weather effects too while we're at it. So, that was Ultra Dynamics die sounds. They have their own weather volume because again they have their own map for testing and stuff, and that's where you have to go through and you have to delete a lot of the stuff that you're not using later on. See, again, all of these are going to be blank, right? Because what they all use is they just use the sound cue and they just set up the weather in the sound cue. But this is an effect, so I think it's LS effect. So if I go back to the easy survival RPG, audio, sounds, I think footsteps is an effect. Run, grass, and again he puts it here. Yeah, just LS effect. So weather would be an effect. So we want to go through these here and switch them all to LS effect for all the cues. Thunder, distant thunder, you want to do LS effect. So that way when you change the effect volume, that's going to lower the effect volume of our weather. Sound for, so there's that one, and then there's the distance thunder that we did, and then the puddles. So there's like puddle splash when you step in it, and water movement in general. Alright, so LS effect. Save. Oh, did I close? I was supposed to close it, yeah. LS effect. Those puddles, yeah. We got that done. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. So, puddles was good to go, and then we're on rain. LS effect. Save that. Right, and snow. So when you're stepping on the snow, and also the blizzard kind of sound effects, LS effects. Save. We close that. LS effects. Wind, LS effects. Save that. LS effect. We'll save that. So now, when we minimize this, we can lower this again. And yeah, we did a lot with different things here, so we can fix up redirector. It's always, it's like saving in like Word or something like that. I always just make sure I hit fix up redirectors every now and then. I have a bad habit of not hitting the save button all the time now, just because it will bog down stream. I want some pretty hardcore weather. Getting sunshine here. Oh, it's random. Come on. There we go. You can hear that weather. You gotta go into settings. Audio settings. Can't hear that weather at all. You hear that weather. Can't hear that weather at all. Well, again, because I'll be streaming this a lot of time, I'm gonna set the weather to the sound effect pretty low. Because I don't want it to because we had that problem before where can't forget to hit the fly. Well, we had that problem before where people couldn't hear me over like the gunshots and stuff like that, which we'll worry about that. There we go. So now we got that horror kind of music going on. Oh yeah, we just fixed the hair, didn't we? We thought we did anyway. Nope, the hair's still there. That actually just takes an extra 1, 2 to actually put the hair up. Because it starts with no hair, and then you hit 1, and it goes to that blank spot where there's no hair. Then you hit 1 again, and then finally we get our first hair. And then we got our different hair types there, hair colors. Why is that hair there? Oh, it was an attempt. I'll go back to that. The fun times with coding. Successful life. I have my head hurts a lot, so like super heavy thinking right now. I can't do. So I won't be doing today any kind of like complicated stuff. I don't think I'll be getting into the gunfire either, just because again I don't want to get into anything too complicated. Because my head hurts. All right. So we got the kind of like realistic kind of sounds going, looking better, sounding better. Yeah, just check that background music, that background. Gotta fix why she's floating. Why she's floating. It's on the ground. Should the capsule component be blocking this stuff? Mesh. Column. I feel like Jess was smaller, so I'm not too sure if like his height and the capsule component. It's too much thinking. Anyway, what's next? We want to maybe go into where we're setting up our items and stuff. Our tutorial slash stuff. Nope, she's still floating. Didn't change anything. Darn. Nope, tried. Alright. So if we go to finding home, I'm gonna clear out a lot of this stuff. Again, this is before I realized that, like, trying to move files from one place to another, it breaks them really easily. And especially with my computer where I get the graphics glitch and I can't right click and see the options anymore. This goes invisible. I can't see these options anymore, so I can't fix up redirectors, and I have to just close the Unreal. And when I open it up, since I didn't fix up redirectors, some of the things like the normals are incorrect, and so maybe this tree is now invisible, depending on the distance you are. When you get far away, the tree is visible, but once you get close, it's invisible, because when I move the trees to my 3D art folder, something bad happened. And the reason why I wanted to move them all into these 3D art and 3D model folders like this was because they'd be easier to find what I was looking for. Like, if I have, like say if I wanted a bathroom stall, it's hard to know, okay, does the barn have a bathroom stall in it? You know what I mean? Or if you have a bunch of house kits and stuff like that, you have to go to each one of those folders to see which one has the shower kit that you're looking for. Now, one of the problems I had is, like, well, you can just search and filter, right? So I could just search shower, right? But what we had a problem with is some of the things are not actually called shower. Let's see if it's actually in here. No, I didn't bring it in this time. One time I was looking for a specific shower and I couldn't find it. And I found out that the owner had named the shower stall. No shower in the name, it was just called a stall. And I was like, oh man. So sometimes you're looking for specific assets, it's impossible to find. The Omniverse has a new program that they came out with now that should be able to help sift through all the packs to find the asset you're looking for. So you type in something like shower, it will look through all the stuff and figure out what a shower is supposed to look like, which is some next level, like, sci-fi stuff. So it'll be cool to see if that works. That came out with the NVIDIA Omniverse panel and the latest developer conference. Alright, so finding home is what I was looking at, and then I wanted to go to maps. So we have our main menu map, which takes the abandoned map, and it takes, so maybe we'll make a new folder and call it main menu, and hopefully we don't wreck anything here, but we'll toss this abandoned in here, move here. And then we'll move the main menu in there as well. Fix up redirectors. And then test. Hopefully everything works so we don't lose anything. It's probably not very happy that I actually have the map open right now while I'm moving stuff. Yeah, I hope everything's going good with you guys. I'll check the stream right now, see how things going. Nobody said anything. One watching. One watching is probably me. Alright. See, I'm watching just in case anybody comes up with stuff here. On my OBS it says chat, but I don't. Somebody said sometimes I have to add the chat every single time. So since I don't really have anybody coming into chat right now, I thought I would save that. Oh, well, moved up 1%. Woot. Huh. So I think what else I could let you guys know while we're waiting. But yeah, one of the things when I don't have a brain to think, they're gonna slowly start adding the weapons and stuff like that to the data table. Which should be easy enough because remember I had to do all the weapons in a data table for Survival Game Kit. So I can almost probably open both data tables and just transfer some of the information from one to the next. And then we'll do all the weapons. Well, a main portion of the weapons. I would open that data table now if I could, but it's saving. You can't do anything with the engine while it's doing the save. Unless there's something I could do in the background. Alright, let's fix up redirectors. Main menu map, main menu. I think these were old maps for my move here. I think those are old maps from the old version of the game. So once we get everything working, whatever map's not being used, we'll get rid of. We'll fix up redirectors again. This time. New folder. We'll call this tutorial. Well, is it going to be a tutorial? I think I might do it like Pacify and all those games. This person who plays a lot of games, and Pacify and stuff like that. You don't have. It's not so much a tutorial level as it is just the main lobby. So when you're sitting in the main lobby and you're waiting for everybody to join, you have all these instructions of how to play the game. But it gives you something to do. You can read the instructions how to play the game while you wait for your friends to join. But I don't know if I want all that stuff loaded in every single time. Because the tutorial could be bigger than the lobby map. I could have way more stuff in the tutorial map than the lobby map. Yeah, I think I'll do two. I'll do a tutorial map. And then a lobby map. Tutorial, real map. Oh. Delete. It did it in another map. That's annoying. What's it doing? I don't want to click on that. I just want to make a folder. I'll probably just right click this folder and say make new folder. Sometimes you can like click near this like slide bar and you can make new folder. So what it's doing right now is sometimes when you click on a map and stuff, it wants to preload a lot of the stuff in the engine to get prepped for when you do open it up, so you can open it up faster. But it's a waste because I'm not gonna be able to do that map up anyway. So here we go, new folder. So let's see, I clicked right beside the thing. I think you could actually just click here too and do new folder. But yeah, F2 is to rename things. So I just hit the F2 button. It's a tutorial map. Tutorial map. Alright, and so we'll check out what's going on with this abandoned shelter. Sure, we can save that guy. So our lobby map that we'll make for whenever somebody hits a multiplayer map will be like a slimmed down version. Oh. So I just copied this over, but I didn't do a lot of the culling. So what we'll do is we're gonna cull the crap out of this right now. We don't want any refraction cubes. Especially once we get lumen in, we'll be using just natural light, whatever lumen provides us. Off-road vehicle? That could stay. We don't need the fog. What I will be doing is I will be making blueprints of all these areas instead of moving like these are all hand placed. No, be doing that. Making blueprints out of these things. Just a hand placed light with a hand. No. We want to be able to edit this, like pick out this room here and edit on the fly. And we're making blueprints of lights and make them into light switches. Obviously, doors. We're gonna want to be able to edit the doors. So you can open them and close them. So this is easy survival. I actually want to just go back to maps. I was already here. We want to just go to, oops, main menu map. We'll just open this up again. Save that. It looks like I already put the map into a folder so I can move everything. That's fine. Decent amount of load time for some reason. There you go. All you have to do is talk about it, and then you jinx it and it just loads up quickly. So we want to go back out to our maps folder. We want this abandoned shelter now to go into our tutorial maps. Move here. And then we're going to fix up redirectors. And then we're going to make a new map. So here we go, fix up redirectors. Should be pretty quick. Nothing happened because it's not attached to anything right now. That map has nothing to it. So we're gonna go easy survival. We're gonna go to maps, and now what we want is this overview map. We're gonna actually just do simply. We're just gonna drag this map into tutorial, and we're gonna say copy here. We're gonna hit F2 to rename, and we're gonna just call it FH tutorial map. What? Do we need to put map? It is already a level file. I feel like that is redundant. Did I do that for the main menu? I just put main menu, I believe. FH main menu. I'll look at that in a second. You usually kind of try to want the naming conventions to be similar. So that way it's easier to find everything, and also make it kind of slightly easier to find stuff for that's my game specific, having the FH in front of it. You know what I mean? We'll be able to find the maps easier. Thinking for blueprints down the line, I might do VP underscore FH. And that way, for blueprints specifically, it'll be easier for me to find the blueprints. Anything that pertains to the project specifically. Well, what happened there? A crash report. That's fine. Fix up redirectors. Should be no change. So we go to maps. We go to main menu map. Yeah, FH main menu. I didn't put main menu map. It's redundant. It's already a map. Well, technically it's not a map. It's a level, but that would be like saying FH main menu level, a tutorial level. That's what it is. It's you can see in the brackets there. It says level beside it, but you know, so I don't like to have the redundancy there. So, we're gonna go into this map. We're going to go to levels. I think I've done this before in a previous thing. We're going to add an existing level from our tutorial maps. We're going to add the abandoned shelter. Open that up. Starts off at a pretty good location too. So, again, this is one of the things I made sure I had already pre-dimmed. I can now minimize this, and this is all the abandoned shelter stuff specifically. I can now select all descendants, and it will give me an arrow here. But note that because it's not blueprints, because this is all hand-placed objects, sometimes when you move, it will actually take a second to move. Like, it will actually leg out Unreal for a second. But we just wanted to drop. Actually, because of the caustics, is it called? I forget the name of it, but it's the name for the water. Because of the water waves, it shows, like, see, all my materials, any material underneath a certain area will have that under the water kind of thing. Because it's all below 0, we'll have that. I'm actually going to move it above. Let's see. Oh, didn't really move that much. Try to move it again. It's probably taking a lot of CP power. Hopefully this isn't like legging up the stream. Oh, didn't really move that much. Let's back up a bit here. Click it. I'm gonna move it slowly. Move it up slowly. Move it up slowly. And then I'm gonna let go. Not much. Click it. Move it up. Move it up. Move it up. Then unclick. Oh. That's why you have to go slow. Where'd it go? Control Z. Well, we're just waiting for that. I'll see. Well, my mouth is still moving when I'm doing stuff. So it looks like it's still okay. Alright. Oh. I accidentally misclicked off of it. Damn it. So, we'll click all the defendants again. I'm gonna bring this guy up. Oh. Try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go. We're getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I want the player start to be up here. Now, I wonder if these things have physics to them, or if I'm just going to fall through. Nope, we don't want to be in the ground here. We want to be above the ground. There we go. So now we want to make sure. Well, we can hit play here, see what happens. One of our boot plays have an unsolved compiler error. Interesting. Cancel. It's because I accidentally clicked on one of the main menu map, but I'm not actually using it. So now it loaded the main menu map, and it's looking for all the functions that connect to the Steam plugin. for the listening. Let's get. Let me just break one. We're not using this main map anyway. Fade in. I will be adding the Steam plugin back in at some point because we will have to add it up to Steam, but for now, we are not using Steam. Alright. So I fell through the floor. Oh, maybe I didn't fall through the floor. So again, the way that level streams in, we don't want to load the level by blueprint. This level's always going to be loaded. Later on, if the tutorial level is pretty hefty, like because we have so much stuff in it, because I think a lot of the community wanted to like showcase all the items and stuff that you could do, we will have level streaming in there. So then we'll put that, and then we'll put those ones in by blueprint. But where you start that specific level, or that specific area, and again, you could always add a new empty level and then move parts in there. So the persistent level is the FH underscore tutorial level, and then everything underneath it is just like temporary or using levels, right? And they're loaded area. So whatever the abandoned shelter is for now will be the always loaded. Later on, I might have a level that is just this beginning area here, and that level is always loaded, but then everything else is level streamed in by blueprint. So let's hit play here, see what happens. Oh, there we go. We did not fall through the floor. Now this is kind of what I like to see. So the camera for the advanced locomotion automatically shifts when it believes it cannot be seen. So when I had my camera up here, that's why it kept doing that jittering thing. I think if I hover the camera down here, it should be fine. Maybe I should make the ceilings a little bit taller, but it is supposed to be a bunker. Oh, am I stuck on that little box? There's a hitbox that's pretty wide there. I'll have to look in. Yeah, there's must be a pretty big hitbox. So there is. I like the clutter, but there is a little bit too much clutter. So when we make the blueprints here, we will have to remove the clutter. The game starts. This is Welcome to Survival RPG. Description here. does this say here? Room. Oh, this gives a default to all the rooms. We might have way more rooms than this. So I'll move this up here. There's a room here and you can't even access the room. Pretty much right away once you get in, you could go right and we're gonna have the shooting range. So maybe we do that right here. Can we just move this back enough so we can actually get into that room? We're still going to be able to slide by the vehicle. I want it like they drove in a rush. Okay. So let's hit play and just make sure we can still slide by that vehicle. The tail end is sort of clipping. We don't want it to be clipping the wall. There we go. That's alright. Make sure we can still slide by the vehicle here. So the description can't be as long because we just don't have the wall space. So there's gonna be shooting, more shooting, a hot bar. This room is useless. We won't have this room in here. Plant growing? I think I'll move plant growing to another area. What is this? Zone system. Highly optimized for logic zones. Warning danger zone. Alright. There's already armor. This just added the mannequins, so you could dress up the mannequins with armor on it. And this is just to view how the AI works, which right now I broke the AI, so we can still have that. There's an invisible glass you can't actually get through here, so you can't actually go and fight the AI at all. This is just literally to view the AI. So I think that's also kind of useless. So we could narrow it down to using range, using weapons in magic systems for the tutorial. We'll change this to using just ranges in general. We won't have this sign here. We'll have ranges. And then we will change this so it's actually like a hallway that will go out to the ranges. Then if we go below, the first real room is where we have the ability to grab and test the weapons. And so, and weapons and items. And so that will be this room here. When you come through, the weapons will be on this shelf here. But I feel like this is too close. We need more space. Move this a little bit here. This a little bit here. This pillar, I think, is just an individual pillar I can move to be more centered. This is defying physics right now. Maybe we could say that it's dropped down. So we'll rotate this. We'll kind of have it as if somebody had so minus 20. No, 0, 40. Yeah, we'll click on this here, bring it up. Just too many barrels. We want to be able to walk through here. We'll back these barrels up a bit. to play and see if we can go through. After we do this, I kind of want to save. I know it'll take a bit, but I kind of want to save and see if I could make it so it loads this level now. So we're going to see our weapons there. We're going to have some more weapons here. Maybe we put some stuff up here on the top shelf too. Again, I can see this shelf here. This door though. Can I get it to swing the other direction? Need to be, again, that's a pain that one of these things are going to have to be opened up. I might just take out the shelving area here. That's just OCD. Alright, yeah, this is a little tight. I like the stuff that they did with this, but I'm gonna have to move these back to this guy here. Move this back to this guy here. Not all benches are just gonna have the right items on it right away. Delete this here. Again, we'll click, oh, this is, center that, this nice wood block here. We'll grab this, move that. There. I better be able to get over these. I'll try. I'll see. Yep, you get through that. Oh, was there stone in the air? There is a stone in the air. Close that. The stone, I guess it was from this pillar that I had moved back. I feel like the stone wouldn't be just protruding out like that. Right. So, we are going to go to our main menu map and we're going to try to figure out, so it's going to have to save now, we're going to try to figure out how he is loading the different maps. So in the main menu map, when you select the tutorial or the overview, which we'll switch to tutorial, we want it to, I'm going to get rid of this description. I think we just needed ranges there. I don't think I'm going to have description ranges. I mean, and again, a lot of the text that they have is for people, showing people how to use the easy survival RPG, where this is going to showcase the items and everything that's in the game, or that will be a part of the game at some point. So when I start doing the weapons, again, all the weapons are going to be a part of on these counters and stuff like that here. So glad I got that, took that Tylenol. There we go. Let's move in here. And if we get that working pretty quickly, then hopefully I can dive into and show you guys again how we're going to section just us off. So, and maybe start level streaming some of that stuff. So the only room that will be always loaded, I think, will be this room right here. Oh, we'll see how far we can see down, actually. When you start and you're looking down, we'll get how far you can see down. There is a lot of debris and clutter and stuff like that, so the character won't be able to see that far down. And everything that the character can see from when he loads in will be the first level. Then once he walks through that door, then we'll load the rest of the rooms. The rest of this room specifically. And then as he goes around, we'll load and unload the different areas. Alright, so it's all saved, loaded up here. Let's go to let's check our UI blueprint here. So it might be in the UI. So this is our easy survival. I'll show you here what I was talking about, why I was using the audio instead of just going here. You got menus, there's a ton of different menus. I didn't want to look for it before. So it's just UI and UI main menu. Oh, I already had it open, I guess. So, designer, the showcase button, which I cannot click on. I'll have to go over here. Menu switcher. Menu box. Single player switcher. Multiplayer menu box. Showcase button. On clicked. I'll have to change this so it works with controller as well. And again, at some point, I think one of my friends have the Oculus, and we'll try to get it for that. But I don't think our game, until I get a lot of the LEDs, and maybe we could try it with Nanite, I don't think the game will work on Oculus. I think it's just too heavy graphics wise. Alright. Showcase button. Move character. Right. Level name. Start showcase. Level name. Overview map. So we want our finding home. Should have stayed in there. Finding home. Maps. Tutorial maps. Our FH tutorial. Now one thing you can do is you can hit F2, you can Control C, because this is cap sensitive. Oh, F2, Control C, Control C, Control C, Control V. There we go. So now it should open our tutorial map that we have. Showcase. Start. Ooh, our map. Okie dokie. Nice. Starting to look way more post-apocalyptic instead of that cartoony stuff that we were doing. Alright, now we go back to our tutorial map. We hit play here. You can actually see quite a distance down there, right off the hop. So that came in. So yeah, maybe we might have to do these 2 rooms as the starting area. So this is a static object. All right, we're gonna get rid of this description. And as we go along, too, remember this is copy. We're not affecting his original. And as we go along, we will be removing the areas that we've already done. We might have a welcome sign on our door, though. Maybe I could put it on this door. And a Twitter sign. Maybe on this wall. I'll have to change the font size. So we'll say finding phone. We're gonna have to rotate this a little bit. Bring this down. Our rotation is on a 5-degree snap. Looks like this door is not 18. So minus 72. There we go. We'll try to get as much space in there as we can. We'll change the color to maybe like a darker color. That didn't really do much. text renderer. That was 72 minus 72. Grab the thing here. We'll change it. Welcome to Finding Home. We want this centered. So it's pretty decently centered. As you explore this tutorial level, you will be introduced. We want to cut this line a little bit. As you explore this tutorial level, ooh, you can see now that it's not as. There we go. You will be introduced. Not going the way I'd like it. You'll be introduced tab? No. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh. Mechanics. I spelled available wrong. Available. Available. Good breed introduced to all the mechanics and items available. With all the I think I'm just gonna keep it simple. Go.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna keep it simple. Go. All right. So that got rid of this wall here. We're doing our own kind of. Oh yeah, I really wanted to. We don't have the weapons yet, so I'll keep this here to remind me. But I really do want a whole pile up, maybe a guy somewhere, right when you get in. Maybe you start off. Maybe just like a pile of weapons or something. Maybe like they're all piled here. There's the guy here. You know, when they check your weapons at the door, you're not allowed to bring your weapons in. Kind of thing. So I'll leave this here to remind me about that. Inventory controls. Basic controls. We will have to do that somewhere. We'll have to get a room going for that. So I want this, 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 this. Sure, the sign for now. This. Do I have this wall select? No, I do not. And there's also these here. Is this just one? Yeah. I don't have that selected. Oh, that's included in the roof. There's a frame here. Oh. These are individual as well. So I don't have this wall selected? No, I did not. You should not be able to see lines if you have everything selected. This here. That. 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 That should be good for now. I will new level. It's a blank level. FH tutorial. Start area. We go to levels here. We're gonna add an existing level. Or we could have just created a new level right there. We're gonna open this up. And now that it's highlighted, see how it's blue right now? That means we're working in the start area. We're gonna hit Control X, Control V. So we copied and paste here. So now when we close this off, we'll see what we missed. So we hide this. I missed this here, so we unhide it. I can hit Control X, Control V. Now we look at this. Now it's all there. We're gonna want this guy here. Control X, Control V. Are you trying to paste a hidden into a hidden level? Do not paste. Visible. B. Yeah, try not to paste when things are not visible. Right, those walls behind the door, technically they should still be there. So let's grab these walls and this here, the ceiling here. We'll grab these words here. Grab this here. Looks like this is the bottom of the truck. And we're gonna make this visible again, and we're gonna hit Control X, Control V. Oh, these hinges here. Control X, visible. Control V. There we go. I don't know why those hinges are there. Makes not much sense to me. Maybe it's for closing the door or something. Grab this, oops, this, and this. And the light. And the light. And the thing that the light's attached to. Control X, Control V. Oh, do not paste. Make it visible. Control V. There we go. So now all of this stuff here is in our starting area. And like I said, unfortunately, I think this is going to have to be kind of a part of our starting area too. Can't see the truck. I don't want this loaded. Wait, is that pillar part of it? No, that pillar's not really a part of that room. But yeah, so that's how you do that. And then for the starting area, we're gonna want to. Oh, my thing is glitched out. Fix the redirectors just in case. Well, it is 11 o'clock too, so I'm gonna have to call it here. I'm gonna save everything off stream, so you guys don't have to wait for that saving. Thank you guys for coming to watch the stream again. I know many people probably don't watch them right now, but that's fine. It's people can go back and see how things are gone later on. But yeah, what I'll be doing is either working on the weapons. I just probably just getting the weapons in. Making sure that they're all working and stuff like that. And then once they got the weapons in, I'll start placing them in here, placing them on here, stuff like that. And then maybe, like I said, I'll put all the weapons here. Maybe with the guy with the sitting animation. Just kind of sitting down and yeah. Alright, Well, you guys have a good one. And I'll see you on Tuesday, hopefully. Ciao for now.